It is the 11th of July, 2:33 a.m. and I've not slept for more than 24 hours. So the last time I slept was the night of the 9th of July. Let me give you a brief rundown of the events over the last 24 hours. I was like filming little clips to make into a vlog, but my phone storage is so bad that I can't open the app to edit the clips. So I'll probably try to upload it onto my computer and then edit it on my computer and then post it right after this. Because it's too much. I want this to be like a one take, one shot thing. Okay, it is 2:33 a.m. and I got home at 1:30 and I almost lost my mind. So no sleep. At 5 a.m. I leave the house around 5:30 to go to a banqueting job from 7 to 12. I get there at 7:03 because it's a fucking maze. She's like, start at 7:30, so that's minus half an hour of my pay. But I was like, okay, like thinking back, that's just so unnecessary. But I was like, okay, let's just be civil, be like, okay. And then it went well. I did stuff like I actually have a lot of initiative. Like I was cleaning like nothing. I was walking around. I knew what to do. It's not a brag. Like wow, you're so good at cleaning. Um, listen, it's the motivation of making this rent money. I was like, I was on it. I was on it, and I'm never am. If someone tells me to do something, I will not do it. I do not want to do it. Okay, okay. So I need to close that. That's really bothering me. Okay, I'm texting my friend also, so she might call. Um, okay. So this is a hotel. They have like a fancy check-in system and a check-out system. Me being on no sleep, I was focused on number one, getting that money. Number two, getting like they have like free meals for staff. And I got breakfast and lunch, and I was so focused on stuffing myself as much as I could, and the food was bad. So I was like mission success. That I didn't. I got like a little ice cream, and I was walking out, and I was so happy. I signed the sheet, but I didn't do it like online checkout thing. So I still didn't realize. I went home really happy. The bus takes. I live in the fucking not in the middle of nowhere, but it's just it takes like at least 2 hours to go anywhere and come back, and it's just I'm like a Heartlands girl. I hate this place. This is West, I think, and West is not the vibe for me. Like, no, I'm like Central or East Coast. West Coast sucks. Actually, like it's so like aggressively Chinese and weird here. What was I saying? I really don't want to be distracted by messages, but yeah, I thought she would be like chill or whatever, because I think the daughter mentioned that they travel most of the time, but it's just so uncomfortable when she's here. Okay. And yeah, it's definitely like an old woman thing. It's like I'm the head of the house. Any other woman threatens me. Me talking shit about people living right there. Okay, I'll get to that. What was I saying? So I come back, it takes 2 hours to get anywhere. I finish eating at like 12:30, my shift ended at 12. I come back, it is like 2:30, and I have another shift at 5 p.m. like all the way down south of the fucking island. So at first I was in central, I came back west, and then now I'm going south. So I got here at 2:30, and I was like, okay, we should leave by 3:30 if I want to get there by 5. So I have an hour, and I'm really sleepy. I slept a bit on the bus, and I was like, let's try a nap. I'm gonna try a nap on the carpet. Obviously it didn't work because I wanted to pee and I was dehydrated, and I was so afraid that I was gonna oversleep. So I just rested, and then I went for my shift. Again, I'm exhausted. I go to Harbourfront, and I have a bit of time. I was like, wow, I'm so early, but like my tired brain was like, I just didn't keep track of time, and I spent way too long in the library. I found this, which is cool. I was reading a bit of it on the way to my second shift. This like Irish pub. I do not like Ireland. I hate Ireland. In fact, I hate the culture. I hate pub culture. I hate everything about it. But they were the only job who responded to me, so I'm taking it. Okay. Um. So I got there. She's chill. The work is good. Like it's chill. It's in like quiet, cozy area, and there was this like old ass white dude halfway who was trying to like, I think he was a bit drunk. He was trying to empty like a jar of ice, the cooler that they're using as a cooler for his drinks, and he poured it like so, like almost onto the heels of me and this other girl. She wasn't mad about it, but I was like, I wanted to pick a fight. I was like, that's so gross, and I kept making little comments around him, but the fat old fuck didn't even like respond. So I made a drawing of him to really like get up my anxiety without picking a fight, because I wanted to pick a fight. I wanted to. There's this value that says, I pour water on people. I'm a stupid, big, bumbling white bastard. And then the stool can't take it. And this is the live drawing, by the way. I stood there and I stared at him while he was fucking drinking his whatever. Um, I'm texting my friend. Okay, I'm texting my friend about the thing that I'll tell you about later. So, yes, it was fine. Like, I met these girls who are really like easy to get along with. I told them that I hadn't slept, so I was going insane, so they excused my insaneness because I was going insane. I was so wilding out. I was like, wow. Um, and the pub next to them, or is it like a bar or something? They're also, the girls used to work there. One of the girls, so they were chill and they were friends and talking to each other. And they're from India, like a lot of them. I think all that I met, and they were like nice, cool, chill people. One guy was from, I can't remember. One of the girls I was working with, a Sinhalese, and she was like, "You're Tamil," and then she started going on like a big thing. Okay, I did broach the subject because I have itchy fingers. I was like, why do Sinhalese people hate Tamil people? And then she started saying, I told her about Tamil tigers and all that, and she's like, oh yeah, they were killing civilians and stuff. Girl, whatever. But she was nice. She was so sweet. Whenever I tried to like charge her, she held onto my finger like that and squeezed it, like so sweet, so cute. Even though the views might be a bit, but like there's no fighting. Like she can even read Tamil. She's a chill girl. Okay. What was I saying? Yes, and then around 10:30, I opened my phone. I didn't want to look at my phone during my shift. I opened my phone and I got a message from the recruitment agency that put me into contact with the hotel that I did for my first shift in the first half of the day. And she was like, "They're spam calling me because you didn't check out, and they're not gonna pay you if you don't go back and check out." And I'm like, at first, I think I saw, like, I caught a glimpse of it, but I just ignored it because I'm not fucking going back there. They have to pay me. And then towards the end of my shift, I was like, I read it properly, and she seemed like this is the insane but nice girl that I was telling you about, who like sat me down in the office and told me about. She seems really like into her job, but so she told me that you have to go back before 12 because the system resets. And deep down, I think that is like absolute bullshit. Because number one, if someone comes at 7:03 and not 7, that is still 7. Like, you cannot dock half an hour's pay from me. That is fucked up. And so we know that work is exploitation, but this is like, okay. Number two, what do you mean when the system resets you can't pay someone for the work that I already did? But I was like, you know what? I do not want to take this to any employees' rights things. Let's just go. So at 11 to 12, I had an hour to get to Pasir Panjang to Havelock. I was no sleep, legs aching, butt aching, depressed, tired, stressed out, and not being able to make rent. And I was running for the MRT and the bus. So bus, MRT, bus. That's like my fucking routine now to get to anywhere from this fucking place. But this is from one place to another. It's a bus, MRT, bus. No, this was bus, MRT, and then Northeast Line, MRT. Cherry tomatoes. So I got there at like 11:30 and I was like, haha, I'm here. I texted the girl. She's so nice and so supportive, so sweet. And so were the people there, like everyone is so nice to me. There was also an older lady I was working with on my first shift, which is how I discovered some deeper ideas about mommy issues. But I'm thinking of making a zine about it, and that will come later. Um, um, over time, you don't need to hear mature. I feel like I chew with a lot of like gusto. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Cherry tomato, and then sometimes I hate the way I say things. I'm gonna make a scene about it. Yeah. Yeah, everyone was so nice and caring. Like, I'd ask, like, where do I drop off the uniform? Where do I do this? And everyone was like, yeah, there. And even random people would say hi. Like, the chefs, usually when I work in these little, like, roles to get a bit of money, chefs are always, like, assholes. But everyone was nice to me today. They're like, hi. One of them even gave me a plaster. So 11:40 something, I'm done with that. I want to go home. I really have to pee. So why did I include that detail? So I do. And then like an hour and a half home, and I'm sitting in the window seat right at the back on the first floor of a double-decker bus, and I'm slumped over like this, as I always am on public transport these days. Like, I'm adopting the melancholic posture and demeanor. Like, I'm fully like that. Like, like looking out the window and like I'm so destitute, like an orphan. I really do that. And this guy sits next to me, and I am sleeping on and off. with my mouth partially open. And I don't know if he was looking at me, but like it made me cry because I keep theorizing relationships and like cycles of feelings and complexes and philosophizing stuff like that. And we were at one point we were driving past my primary and secondary school. I think I can't tell if it was a dream because I was asleep, then I opened my eyes, and then I saw a flash of like Maplewood Park. That's the park that's opposite my school. Oh, should I have said that on the internet? I don't know. Um, and then I was like, just go back to sleep. I can't deal with this right now. I don't want to like look at school and time at school because I feel resentment or like bitterness a little bit or like lost something. Opportunity, lost something, wasted something. So I just made myself like fall back asleep. And then I would wake up and he would be like looking at me. And then and then I thought, what if I'm just so starved of attention that I imagined all of that while I was like asleep with my mouth fucking open on an SMRT bus. He was looking at me, I'm pretty sure, because he kept inching closer to me. But there's a cycle. My half asleep mind thinks of amazing things. Like I woke up on my afternoon nap on the bus, and I was like, I need to write about how Orientalism, specifically digital Orientalism, is how cultures survive, kind of, and spread like ideas of culture. I haven't gotten much into it yet, but like it just popped into my head, and I was like, whoa, I should read more on this and write more on this. But what was I gonna say? I woke up from my nap in the evening, and I had the cycle. I thought of this cycle. Okay, this is so intimate to be sharing. I thought I was just gonna journal about it and never let it see the light of day. But okay, step one of the cycle. Let's say you are insecure. I can't remember exactly. I'm just trying to remember it as I go along. Step one of the cycle, you are insecure. So you don't believe that you deserve good stuff. So you push everyone away. And then pushing everyone away is rejection, and that just continues the insecurity. I don't know what the fuck. That's not helpful. Me with my man over the summer that I keep thinking about. You alienate yourself. You isolate yourself. You do this, and then you go, "Oh my God, I'm so alone." Girl, the shreds. And then mm, another thing has been making me cry recently. These things just like appear in my head, and I'm like, oh my God, it's so sad. It was like a guy who owned like a weird pet, like a ferret or something. And someone commented it looks evil or weird, and a snake, and then he was like, it's just he's just a face with something something stupid, like he doesn't have much to emote with. He's just like a noodle on the face, something like that. And it made me cry because imagine if that's how your parents or God sees you. I think I'm becoming more religious. Um, but just think about like how much like kindness and empathy to have for another being, to be like, yeah, it doesn't have much to express what you would think is a good emotion. It's not in its nature. Give it a break. Like give that thing a break. Just let it chill and do its thing. And I keep applying it to my own life and like thoughts about how I feel like either I villainize myself or I am villainized by people around me, or psychologically I villainize myself and I project that onto other people. But I long for this kind of like pity, like understanding, like, oh, my friend taught me this word in Arabic, miskeen. Like, mm, I want someone to feel like that for me. Like, oh my god, that's all you have, and you're doing great with what you have. Like, that's what you have. To look at you in your natural state and be like, that's what you are. Ain't nobody blaming you for being exactly what your circumstances are. This glare is bothering me. That's worse. Don't look at that, look at me. So, 1:30, I'm kind of like miserable and tired and I'm dragging my feet and I like physically can't lift my feet to walk very, very walkingly. I come back and I told you 2 days ago about the, the stepmom of the girl that I rented from. First of all, when I rented, she didn't make it clear that it was a family. She said there's this uncle who always travel. So I was like, oh, how fun, how exciting, different people. She also didn't mention that her brother is stinky as fuck. All of these things, by the way, I'm not upset. But because I live with it, right? Also, someone used my mouthwash like that much in one night. And I bought a bunch of bananas and like all of them except two were gone overnight. My fault for not labeling it, but like I didn't say anything. I could have been like, you bitches ate my bananas. Like, fuck you. I did not say anything. But a little bit of detergent, a little bit of shampoo goes missing. And first of all, I am paying these people rent like money. And to get all bitchy about like, I don't know, some detergent, that's so weird to me, right? But first of all, that proves my point. Landlords are leeches, like actual leeches. I'm pretty sure they're rented too, but imagine getting paid and then being upset and then accusing someone. Like, I don't even know. I think it's because they were traveling and she came back and her son had used up like body wash or something. I told you, right? Did I tell you? I came back home and I was going to leave again. And I was like rushing because I was late. She's like, oh, is that just your face soap? Where's the rest of it? Do you have your own laundry stuff? Fucking mind your business, bitch. So I come back today and I took my stuff off of the rack in the shower because I don't want nothing to do with these people. She put her stuff back in there and moved her shampoo like to the other thing. And I'm overtired. I haven't slept. I'm on my period. I'm so stressed about money. My hair is falling out. Like in the shower, it was like this much. Like, oh, like ouch. I don't know what that is. I was trying to represent the width, but that, seeing my hair and all that shit, just pushed me off the edge. Like I'm spread really thin here. And then I go into the kitchen and the sieve that I brought back is in the sink. And for a second, I'm like, sorry, I'm like traumatized. I'm like, is she trying to tell me something? Like, we don't want you here. And then that is me obviously like spiraling and going crazy, but that's when I thought, if I wanted to live with a family and like someone's oldest mom who makes bitchy comments about me is always like fucking cleaning, then I would live with my mom. Why am I paying money to like live here? And then I thought I should leave and then try to look up places. And I remembered how hard it is to find a place in Singapore, which is why I was so happy I got this place. But then I want to leave again. And it made me sob. Like actually sob. My bomba-clad life is so Wow, 25 minutes. So that's me. I have to do laundry with my own fucking detergent. Like, fuck you. I bought like a big bottle to prove a point. Like literally like 2 liters. Um, Also only $3.95 for Mustafa. And okay, I just washed my hair with this new shampoo that I bought, and it's really good. I have an Arabic class at 10 a.m. tomorrow, which means I have to wake up and leave the house at 8 a.m. And it is 3 a.m. and I need to catch up on the sleep that I lost. Okay, it's gonna be fine. Important lesson the university is teaching me. You need to be in the thing that you're meant to be doing, not in the context of the situation. It's not like, oh my god, I had to fucking work a shift in an industry that I did not want to. It's, I'm doing the work and I'm paying my way. Okay, I'm uploading this and shit talking with my friend. Bye!